Hey Dragons, it's Paige here with your weekly Thunder Index, where we discuss all things science, storms, stars, and sustainability. If you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and click that bell to get notified every time we have some new thunder. Per usual, let's head into the next week of weather. You could potentially see a mix of snow and rain later on into this weekend. While the highs will reach about 46 degrees, the lows will plummet all the way to 19 degrees, causing some of this slush to freeze overnight. Be careful this weekend while driving and walking in the streets, as it may be rather icy. Moving up in the sky and into the stars, let's recap on the last week of astrology and what it means for you. As we touched on in our last segment, the sun is currently in Aquarius and will be up until February 18th. During this cycle, we are motivated by our hunger for knowledge, experience, and innovation. Take a look around you. Innovation is everywhere right now. We are becoming more aware of what is outdated in our lives and striving for new perspective and new ways to do things. The class distinctions, structure, and order that Capricorn finds so appealing now seem far too rigid. The freedom of the individual is far too significant for us right now. You may start to notice that people are striving to free themselves of restrictions, limitations, and inhibitions that now feel constraining rather than safe. This cycle offers us an opportunity to focus on the practical issues in our current relationships and how to make them work in the real world. A dose of realism in our personal lives can help us feel more grounded and secure for the long run. The advice that I have for you right now is to take a deep and thoughtful look at the energies and the relationships that you surround yourself with. Notice what or who is helping you become more original and unique and independent, rather than constraining you and restricting you and limiting you to certain ideals. Who do you want to be and what do you want to achieve? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people to accomplish these things? During this time, it is important to prioritize your needs and vocalize your ideas. On a piece of paper, write down 5 things that you want to internally accomplish during this year. So, not necessarily a tangible goal, but something that you want to work on within your own characteristics. For example, I am kind, I am motivated, I am organized. These are internal goals that you may want to align with yourself right now. Read these phrases every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. The more you start to vocalize them, the more you will notice that they are true. You got this. Heading back down to earth and on the road to defeating climate change and saving our planet. Last Wednesday, President Joe Biden signed an executive order rejoining the U.S. into the Paris Climate Accord. This was his first major action as promised to tackle global warming. Nearly every country in the world is a part of this Paris Agreement, a landmark non-binding accord among nations to reduce their carbon emissions. Now, let's talk about how this can actually affect you. Carbon, in its most basic form, is an element. In fact, it's the most common element for life on Earth. When we talk about carbon emissions, we're focusing specifically on carbon dioxide or CO2. Long story short, CO2 is one of the greenhouse gases that absorbs radiation and helps prevent heat from escaping our atmosphere. This excess heat creates disrupted weather patterns, global higher averages in temperature, and other climate changes. Now the question is there anything you specifically can do to help solve this problem? And the answer is yes, by reducing your global footprint. From turning out the lights when you leave a room, to commuting via bus or bike. Take a look at how you shop and make an effort to make more conscious, sustainable purchases. Buy products that make you happy, but buy products that will last. When you do shop, support companies that take a stand to reduce their own global footprint. By shopping with companies that care, you are showing the message that you care too. Now, these are all easy, minuscule life changes that you can do, which will create a huge impact on the global imprint that we have. It is extremely significant that we focus on this issue now before it is too late. Spread the word, tell your friends, and this year focus on your global footprint. And that is all of the science, storms, stars, and sustainability that I have for you this week. It is always thundering in Philadelphia. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Subscribe to our channel if you are a Drexel student or Drexel alum. Drexel parents, I'm so sorry, but you're not going to be able to find out what your child is up to through me. Just shut your laptop and give them a call. Oh, before you go, subscribe!